Hello, everybody. So at the time this game will be, or the time this video will be coming out, it will be, I plan on releasing this on February 21st. That will be the 30th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda series. So, what better game to play than the one that started it all? This is still considered one of the best games on the NES. It's one that brought a lot of people into the series. Alright, after that intro and our iconic theme song, let's get ourselves started. Alright, so here we are. The game just drops you out in the middle of nowhere here. Not much explanation other than find the 8 pieces of the Triforce and go kill Ganon. And the first biggest meme of the series. He gives us our sword. You can shoot sword beams from it at full health, which in this game is they're actually really useful. Later games would really nerf the sword beam, but here they're full powered. They're just as powerful as like a regular sword swing. So it helps to keep your hearts up. Now we could go directly to the first dungeon from here. What I tend to do is do a little bit of money grinding and get at least one item that you need to get at one of the shops. Damn it. Levers like to pop up under you. And then you have the Zoras over there shooting fireballs at you. Yeah. These guys are a pretty nice source of money, though. Which is why I do like to go after them. The blue Octoroks take 2 hits from the regular sword, as opposed to just one with the red ones. And that's why I like fighting these guys. They have a tendency to drop bombs. So that's something else we get right off the bat. With bombs in hand. Can head right on over this way. Oops. Okay, seriously, why even bother offering the choice? Does anybody pick the potion? Hell no. We definitely want the heart container. It's a permanent increase in health. And we can buy potions later. This is before the days of heart container pieces. The game would split them up into 4 pieces that you'd have to find before you can actually get a full heart. Can't do anything about that heart container yet. I get at least 60 rupees right now. So yeah, like I said, we're coming up on the 30-year anniversary of the Legend of Zelda series, which has seen quite a few, well, just about every game has been excellent, save for, of course, those 3 that shall not be named. Most people will name either Link to the Past or Ocarina of Time as their favorite. Both of those are certainly great. My personal favorite is actually Link's Awakening, as I might have mentioned before. The 2 Oracle games for the Game Boy Color are up there too. Of course, I put a lot of time into Hyrule Warriors lately as well. The 3DS version should be coming out within the next month or 2, I think. Looking forward to that. Sometimes this grind fest takes a while. There's some places I can go to get some easier rupees, but gotta go into Moblin country there. Not sure I want to do that with the turnaround. Thank you. With the level 1 sword at so little health just yet. But we got enough rupees now. Okay, we're gonna get ourselves a blue candle. Be a little pyromaniac and burn down some bushes. Some of which Let me see. Yep. Oh, okay, that's one of the... I don't remember where she is. Forgot there was one of those old ladies right there. I don't remember where every one of these bushes is. But I do remember where the important ones are. Another meme-tastic line of the series. That Moblin will give us some hush money. Some give more than others. That's the bush we want. And we get another heart container. I guess that wasn't it. Can I burn that one? No. Thought it was one of those. Not these one. Yep. Now these are pea-hats, and they are seriously annoying. You can only hurt them when they're standing still. Usually I just don't even bother with them. Now heading up this way, oops, without charging face first into rocks. Oops. Here's something that will be a pretty big help. That is a Lionel, and we really do not want to be messing with him right now, so just want to wait for an opening and just get the hell by him. Those sword beams he shoots out will take off will take off 2 hearts each at this point. But here we get the white sword. He'll only let us keep it if we have at least 5 heart containers. But having the upgraded sword at this point will make things a lot easier coming up. This lady gives you hints if you give her a certain amount of money. It's not necessarily the highest amount either. If you give her too much money, she'll just say something like, "Boy, you're rich." And she won't even tell you what you need to know. As usual, the hints are pretty obscure in this game, possibly sometimes due to translation issues. Oh, thank you. Oh my god. Keep from walking face first into stuff. But here's our first dungeon. I always like the music for the dungeons. Pretty simple song, but conveys the mood really well. Stalfos we can one-shot now with the white sword. And I should say, yes, this was my first Zelda game as well. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Loved it immediately. Been a fan ever since. Just picked up the compass. Its usefulness varies from game to game. Here, all it does is it displays on your little HUD up there where the Triforce piece is on the map. But we have to actually pick up the map separate first. You can see on here, the game does fill it in automatically when you, as you visit rooms. Okay, now here's one of those really obscure hints. Not really sure which eastmost peninsula he's referring to. For those of you who are familiar with Legends of Localization, they actually tackled this. In the Japanese version, what he actually says, he tells you about how the bow and arrows work. Namely that it costs money to fire arrows. I would say a much more useful hint. Don't know why they would change it. There's the map. Ooh. Okay, sometimes enemies will drop a clock, which stops all enemies on screen, and makes you invincible, too. So that's pretty nice. We wouldn't see it again until actually Hyrule Warriors was the first game again to feature the clock. Kind of nice to see it back in that game. And speaking of the bow, here's where we find it. Unfortunately, we don't have arrows, which, like I said, the way arrows don't get separate ammo in this game. You have to, they run off your rupees instead, and you have to purchase arrows to be able to use them, but then they run off rupees. So we have the bow, but no arrows yet. Red Gorias aren't too bad. Oh. Okay, I picked it up right as it appeared. Didn't even notice it. Killing those guys drops us the boomerang. In this game, it doesn't do a whole lot. Well, it just... Oh, damn it. That was not a good time to drop the clock. The infamous wall masters here. If they catch you, they send you back to the beginning of the dungeon. Okay, was that all of them? Alright. Anyway, like I said, the boomerang just stuns enemies in this game. Only a very small handful of enemies are hurt by it. But it has its uses. And now listen to that awesome sound effect. That basically that's the boss that you hear. Always thought that was cool. And here is the boss of this level, Aquamentus. Like a unicorn dragon spawn. Real easy if you have sword beams though. And there is our first piece of the Triforce. Namely, the Triforce of Wisdom. As the story said, it was broken into 8 pieces. And Ganon, of course, has the Triforce of Power. The Triforce of Courage wouldn't be introduced until the next game, Adventure of Link. Which you already saw me tackle that game. Alright then. Oh yeah, the boomerang can also retrieve items from a distance. So there's that also. I'm gonna start heading towards the second dungeon. Not sure if I want to pick up anything just yet. Actually, I think I will. Oops, you dick. There's our arrows. Okay, now we can shoot arrows. Again, provided each arrow uses 1 rupee. Yay! There's sword. Let's steal these moblinsies here. Actually, I think it's a tree on that side I can burn. Don't remember which one. The blue moblins there will still take 2 hits from this sword. This store is the cheapest where you can get that magic shield, so I'll have to remember that when I have the money for it. Which, there's some I can pick up here. Those Armos statues come to life when you touch them. It can be a little tough. But sometimes there's staircases hidden under them. As you can see, you can also hurt enemies with the flame. It doesn't deal a ton of damage, but it lingers for a moment. So you can get a few hits in. You just have to be careful, because you can hurt yourself if you walk into it. Oops, wrong one. Get out of my way. Okay, one more thing. Hard to get. So yeah, one neat thing about this game is its non-linearity compared to the later ones. You don't even have to visit the dungeons in their numbered order if you don't want to. There's a lot of the items that you can pick up right off if you know, so long as you know where they are. Can somebody drop some hearts? That'd be nice. Alright. Oh, thanks. Okay. Here's the entrance to the second dungeon then. I think I'll leave it off here, and I'll see you guys next time.
I'm playing a game.